All right, I'm back, guys. I ended up taking like a 2 hour break just because that's how long it took me to get a couple errands done. But I had checked on them about 25 minutes after letting them sit, and they had a good crust on them. So definitely after 25 minutes, they were ready for the frosting layer. So I'm gonna show you the frosting layer first. So if you would like to use your black icing or frosting for the details, this is what you're gonna do. We're gonna start with Jack. Okay, so small tip, really small, smaller than you probably have been doing, and then you can go back bigger if it's coming out in a squiggle instead of a smooth line. So you would cut your hole and then just like, let's test it. Let me test it again to see if the tip was just a little dry there. Make sure you mix your color good. Okay, so my line came out smooth there, so I'm good, okay? So for our details, your eyebrow is just kind of gonna run along his eye shape. Don't overthink it. Remember, they're just cookies. And then he's got little lines that come down here. So the reason you want your tip so thin here is because otherwise these would just look like big globs. Then we're gonna do his smile. And for his nose, you do like a dollop and then pull it. And then pull it. All right, so you kind of wanna bring those down at an angle. And then we kind of do some stitch marks along his smile. Some X's, some lines. And there you have them. Okay? So that's how you do him with icing. Now, to do her with icing, she's got a little more detail. So we're gonna start with the hair. So we wanna kind of make it look like a messy bun. So we're gonna go here, and then just kind of do some lines around. Okay, and then we're gonna do her eyes. So go to the top of your white part, and this is gonna like highlight the top of her eyes. Okay, and then she has another line that comes here. All right, I'm gonna wait a second to add her eyelashes. We're gonna take the rust color and just do a little heart shape for her lip. So you do same method that we did for Jack's nose. Okay. Now that we have the lips, we're gonna go above it and add like a little kind of triangle nose. We're gonna add some scars on her as well. So over here. I'm gonna go one up here. Okay, we're gonna add her eyeballs. And then then she has this slight little black on the bottom. And then we're going to give her some eyelashes. So this is a lot of detail to add in a little bit of space. That's why you want to cut your line really small. Okay, your hole, I mean. Your hole for making the lines. I'm just going to add a couple more details here. Just the little lines that go. Okay, and then she's done. So that's how we do her with the icing. And now we're going to go to our candy corn. So for the candy corn, we're going to add just some scars around however you want. We'll go there, just add a couple lines. And this one, I'm just gonna kind of do some like scattered lines, and I don't want them to be perfect, so I'm kind of like dragging the bag, like dropping it and then dragging it like that. So I started off up, raised up, and then I went down and dragged it along the icing. Same thing here. Add a little hashtag mark and then a couple of kind of unperfect lines. And then up here, I'm gonna do the little swirls. Okay, so there's our candy corn. Now for this one, I would probably always do icing for this one. It's a lot of marker that you'd have to color in. So I would just stick to the icing on this one since it's not like small details. And again, it's just a cookie, so we're not worrying about perfection. Just fun. Actually, I think I just messed that up. All right, so when you mess something up, you can just wipe it off. And we'll start it again. Okay, so now that I'm gonna leave that outline for now, I would go and do all of, if you're doing it with icing, I would add all my details to everything, okay? When you've got your details on all of your characters and candy corn, then I would cut my icing bag bigger. And flood this swirl. All right, so that's what our set with icing details looks like. Love it. And now they're ready to eat. Or if you wanted to let them dry, I would leave them out overnight to dry. or the equivalent of like 6 hours, and then you should be able to bag them if you wanted to. Okay, now I'm going to show you details with an edible marker. So I'm bringing this one back in. And just for these ones, because like I said, I would always do this one with icing. So you have this edible marker. So we're going to start with Jack, just because he's the easiest, so it gives you a second to get used to it. You could start just kind of seeing on your paper towel there the thickness of the line. This is definitely a thicker marker. So we're just going to, and you want to kind of be light with your hand, because else you're going to break through the icing. And if it happens, right? Adding his nose, and then his smile. All right, so easy peasy on that one, right? Okay, then we'll do her, which again, she's a little more detail. So we're gonna go messy bun. Okay, and then I'm gonna go top of eyelid, which with this, the kind of nice thing with the marker is you can make it thicker, and then you can make the bottom line a little thinner. Okay, so there's our top eyelid. Here's our bottom. Do our eyeballs. And then she kind of has a line here. Oh, look it, I kind of cracked it there a little bit. It's all right. Just a reminder to be light and give her some eyelashes. And then I'm gonna come down here and make it a little rougher looking. Grab my frosting and give her the little heart-shaped smile. Scuff her up a little bit. Okay, so there's the details for her with a marker. All right, candy corn, same deal. We're doing scar. And I'm gonna put another scar here. A couple lines. Little hashtag. And then my swirls. I might add a couple swirls down here too. Just with the marker, you can definitely add a little more detail because it's not icing that's going to run into each other. Okay, so there's our characters with the markers. And now you have a marker. You can write on cookies or sandwiches. Okay, so you can decide which way you like it best. And use the technique that works for you. All right, and then enjoy those cookies and have a good Halloween. I appreciate it, guys. If you take pictures of your cookies, I'd love to see them. Bye.